You can do the intro.
You do the intro.
Okay.
Hey, YouTube!
What's up, YouTube? What's up, email geeks? We're back with another Feedback Friday with our best email friends.
Camiah.
Can we be best friends, not best email friends?
Okay, we can just be best normal friends too.
Yes.
Okay, Camiah. Cam and Maya. Camiah.
So we got this email from EIQ with some fancy CSS animations. Look at this load in. Wow.
It's a beautiful thing to behold.
I do like the CTA pulse. That's actually my favorite because I have sort of seen like stepped load-ins like that before, but that little pulse on that fourth,
that little
fourth
pop
step
in
is
the middle
nice.
is really interesting.
So what do you guys think about this email?
I actually really enjoy this email. I'm very visual, so if there's any sort of movement, maybe that's just human nature, but for me particularly, I'm very engaged if I see any sort of movement. And it's not a GIF, it's live text. And then what I do like about it is that it stops and doesn't run again. So you're able to then engage with the entire email and take it all in without any more movement, like leading your eye away from anything. But yeah, I do like that pop that CTA did on the load-in.
So what's like the fallback for something like this? Like, will this work everywhere or no?
We should have ran a test before we see this so we could see the full implications of it. But yeah, if the animation doesn't work, then the text is just there. But we should have done a real Outlook.
Yeah, I think for Outlook, I think it just sort of loads in. There's no load-in animation. It just shows the static version. So I think for a lot of these CSS animations, I think the fallback is pretty well supported. It just doesn't load in. So I guess the CSS load-in is more of a progressive thing.
It's a really good-looking email, whether it has the load-ins or not. So that is a great progressive enhancement. But yeah, checking it out on all the email clients right now because I am actually intrigued.
They do some nice stuff, I guess, showing off that they are an email innovation company, using live text that load in maybe some bulletproof buttons. I almost thought this was a gradient, but I don't think it is, but I think it's just a solid color.
Yeah, I think something that also could have been added in is maybe since it's all see-through, is maybe something that happens on hover for the CTA so that your mouse got over it. Mm-hmm. I think there's enough contrast so that it's all pretty easy to read. But yeah, maybe something where it does go a little bit more solid on hover over or something so you can really tell that has happened.
I think, overall it's a pretty good email. I think the ghost buttons, like as you said, I think I did one email where I played around with the idea of rotating gradients.
Oh, interesting.
Like with keyframe animations or something. I think that, especially if the target is, people on an iPhone, maybe that could be something they could try too. I've always thought about that as background colors, changing animations is kind of an interesting idea.
I also think maybe a smart move would have been to have something static in there, so there's at least something telling you what's going on if everything doesn't load or animate.
The footer has a solid state.
Yeah, footer.
That's true.
That's true, Maya.
So it is a pretty image if if nothing happens.
Oh, that is a good point. Yeah, maybe a link of the CTA could have been in the footer in case it was just the full image at the top.
True. I'm trying to think some other use cases with load-ins. I know revealing a sale or something like that might be cool.
Or revealing an answer to something.
Yeah, true. Maybe there's some ways too with interactive email to click to reveal and it adds those CSS animations on load-in too. I'm not sure 100% on that though.
I also really like it because when it goes to mobile it's a single column, so it looks really good heading to mobile.
Yeah, I was subscribed to this one newsletter, and they used an animation like this on almost every single one of their sends, and it definitely got old pretty quick. So I think some announcement like this, I think you can use it, but you definitely don't want to overuse it, or else it just becomes a little bit annoying.
I guess you are asking people to wait, because it's delay 1 second, delay in the code. It's delay 1 second, delay 2 seconds, delay 3 seconds, delay 4 seconds.
Yeah.
So it's can you really get someone to wait 4 seconds for the CTA to show up?
Now I feel like I want to do one where it's wait an hour and then it shows something. I don't know.
Oh yeah, max out how long you can make the CSS delay.
Yeah, I don't know what the max is, but yeah, make it wait for a few minutes and then show it.
That'd That'd be kind of mean.
Maybe an experimental email, another camiah joint or something.
Yeah, that'd be funny. How long can we get you to wait?
Uh-huh. Yeah, I think some of the hover
Ooh.
effects would be a nice, cool touch. But yeah, I think overall this is a pretty good event invite. I know in some other emails that we've done with events like this, there might be like an add to calendar CTA or something like that.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I almost wouldn't mind if this, after this loaded in, if this the CTA was pulsing as well. I actually think that would be okay.
Oh, like it repulsed?
Yeah, I think there is a very slight like background shadow animation on this.
Yeah, I didn't know if that was just what I was seeing on this
Yeah,
screen,
it's
but...
so subtle. I would almost never
Oh, they
see
are
it.
doing it.
But I think changing the color or filling it in might be cooler as well. I think if they
Yeah,
maybe
oh,
changed
there
it to
is.
white, yeah, it just varies so subtle I cannot even really tell it.
Yeah. That is kind of, what we were saying, but that is pretty subtle. Not enough contrast when that's happening.
Would you guys ever add a CSS animation? Is there any other animation stuff that?
Yeah, we've always done it for fun or, slight movements on a logo or an element. We've never done a full reveal like this. It can be used for a lot of fun. We had like blood dripping down on one, so animation can be used for fun. But like you said, it's kind of asking a lot if you use it all the time.
I think one of the limitations too is I always wanted to use it more on hover states, like CSS animations, like making something shake, but I do feel like there isn't really a great, mobile equivalent yet either on some of that stuff, so.
Yeah, that is the tricky part. Yeah, we had an animation on an email where we wanted something to shake really fast, but it's like when it got to mobile, it was like, it was not satisfying. So that is the hard part, is how can you get mobile to do it?
Great, well maybe we'll get free tickets to EIQ now, hopefully. now that we've told them that their email looks so good.
Yeah, best friends unite.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thanks for taking the time again to
Of
sit down and
course.
look at
Yeah,
another
thanks for bringing
email.
it to us.
Anytime.
We're always making stuff. We share stories on Instagram all the time. Camiah with 3 M's on Instagram. If you're interested, follow us.
Are you guys still doing any experimental emails or no?
Yeah, we always have a few in the works. We try not to time them out. Whenever we're inspired.
Perfect. Cool. Well, thanks again. Have a great weekend.
Awesome, thanks, you too.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Choo choo. If you have any feedback on the series, please leave a comment down below. Hit subscribe to keep up with future episodes. Thank you for giving a listen and letting our sponsors know you love really good emails.
Dear Diary, today I saw the most amazing guy. His name is Email. He is like the best sender reputation in the entire school. At lunch, he looked right at me. I almost died. I could tell Ashley was so jealous. My heart was beating so fast I thought it was going to break into 1,000 pieces.
I hope he talks to me tomorrow because that would seriously make my life.